same damage, 2d6 plus 17 plus 5, so 22, right?
It was 2d6 plus 11 last time, so 16.
Oh, why did I sorry, I took this 7. I took the result. Apologies, my mistake.
That's still enough.
Okay.
So Zephyros basically glides forward and hacks twice, cutting off both this creature's limbs, and it falls down to the ground and does not make it past the threshold of the door. The door is open, however. Fereosae.
Yes. With everything kind of dead here, I'm gonna move out and around this side. And see what I can see in terms of like anything look like it's still shiny in the pile.
So these things were equipped with horrid weapons. They still had bits of their armor, although the armor looked like it was refitted as they lost a lot of fluid weight with whatever transformation that they made.
Mm-hmm.
There may still be a few flesh scrolls on their body. You'd have to wade through this stuff to get to it. The senior alchemist rolled a nat 1 against a fire spell that did a ridiculous amount of damage, so his equipment is completely gone.
Nice.
The holy symbols, they've all been defaced and defiled, so you're not sure what value they may have. With time, you could salvage stuff from here, but it would take a lot of time.
Fair enough.
All right, you can't hear it. Thurgus is plugging up the door and can't see it, so Macronom kind of flies over to Zephyros, lands on his shoulder. Fereosae is looking at the gear. The goblin comes, or sorry, the zombie comes through, and then once it's out of the silent spell, Henry pulls it forward with his voice.
Are we out of combat?
Yes.
Can I spell recall and recast greater invisibility?
You've got 1 round.
Thurgus is now fatigued for 6 rounds? Is that right?
Is it 2 per round you raged?
I think it's 2 per round. I'm gonna lesser restoration with my 1 round. That should remove fatigue.
Okay.
Just be very tired.
Good night.
Zephyros is going to, if we have a round of doing something, I feel like he would probably move towards.
In the box.
Yep.
I know how to find her. Sure. Go ahead.
Move
I
towards.
feel like, yeah, sorry, I just stopped there. There was a lot of noise. I feel like Zephyros would have moved towards Professor, or in this direction, while communicating with Professor, talking to him about what we could do to restore Thurgus' sight, so that we can continue this battle with him.
All right. There is a thing that opens at the center of the chamber, like a little hatch. It's not even like Pixel could fly up the hatch, maybe. And this horn comes out of the hatch. It just sort of sticks down.
Do I hear it?
Who dares trespass upon the restricted gallery of the Reanimator?
You realize that the horn is one of those horns you put in a grave just in case.
Oh yeah.
You bury someone when they're alive, you fail your heal check to determine that somebody is not actually dead. It's like a funerary burial horn. It just simply seems to be talking through it.
Can I yell at it?
Yeah, you can yell at it, sure.
I am Thurgus, son of Theodore, of the Blood Claw tribe. Come and face me, coward.
Thurgus. Why do I know that name?
Because I've been here before.
Thurgus. Ah. The bear child has come home.
This place isn't my home. It's my battlefield.
I have worked and toiled many days preparing this unit for it to only be destroyed by you. You're the ones that attacked the hospice, aren't you? You're the annoying flies that the crown cries about.
In the telepathic bond. Shit, I forgot to cover stories. Which ones am I supposed to take credit for?
Just deny everything.
No, that wasn't us, but I'm here to kill you.
You're not here to kill me. You're not my project. You want Requiem. You want greasy fingers.
I don't have enough information to refute that, but I'm pretty sure I want you to.
Oh, you remember Under Chief Requiem and Greasy Fingers. These are the ones that tortured you.
I feel like I want the Reanimator too, though. Like, Requiem is at the top of my list.
Sure.
But, like, that doesn't mean I don't want to kill this guy.
So Thurgus is yelling back and forth. Fereosae, give me a sense motive.
Yes. $31.
It's stalling.
Check the hallway where that zombie was going. It's probably
He's
in
stalling.
there. That voice only started once that door opened. Quick, someone look in there. He might be on the other side.
Mockernum, come here. I need a seeing eye bag.
Oh, okay.
I'll fly forward.
So you guys do hear a bit of a pop behind you as the silence spell has disappeared.
I'll fly over here and keep a listen.
I'll try and look through and see if I see this guy.
No. Just the strange horn.
What do you want? Perhaps we could come to some accord.
1, I want my fucking blanket back. 2, I want to raise this thing to the ground.
A blanket?
Guess what?
All of this for a blanket?
Hey, it's about a principle. My mum gave that to me. This is my, for context, +1 cloak of resistance.
I pop my head through the door and see if I hear or see anybody on this other side of this hallway.
You can hear some footfalls and maybe one of those alchemical golems, but it sounds like up, and you hear doors open and close. It's all echoey. One Carlos, let me see. If I roll a 1, he accidentally bumps and closes the door. Nope. He bumped into the door a little bit, but it didn't close all the way, and he falls.
Hit the dead zombie on the ground a little bit.
Yep.
I don't see anything immediately. The door's up and down, as always. We should be moving. If he is stalling, we don't want to be here. Back up at the tower we were going, changing plans.
I think we should stick to our plan.
Then let's be off. I don't want to stay here.
Who else
for everyone
is
to
with
catch
you,
up.
Thurgus of the Blood Bear?
Come out and face me. But, like, also do it real loud, like, because I can't see. I could beat you with my eyes closed.
Really?
Thurgus, I do believe there are more people to murder upstairs, if you're interested.
Mockernarm's got to drive. I don't know where I'm going.
Oh yeah, that way. he's just tapping you where you need to go.
I just
Nice.
like blind is like half speed, right? I
Yep.
just go half speed whichever way Mockernarm tells me to go. I trust him.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going to find you.
Up
Uh-huh.
is where you'll find my domain.
Oh, thanks for the tip.
Start going up the stairs.
The little horn goes up and the little latch closes. Okay.
I think that suggests we are on the wrong tower. I think he was suggesting that perhaps the other ones were the towers of the other two's domains. And if you'd like to kill one of them first to go up those stairs earlier, or could be a distraction, who knows?
I don't think we should trust anything anybody tells us in here. I don't think
Let's-
anything that they tell us is going to be useful or true.
Well, off we go then. Come now, spells don't last all day.
All right, so you guys are going up the stairs. By this point in time, your haste spell is gone.
I will spell recall it for 2 and recast it.
Spell recall would be for 1.
Is it round
Third.
down or
Yeah.
what?
Everything in Pathfinder rounds down unless otherwise specified.
Okay, then I get an arcane point back. So this one won't cost
I know,
me arcane
right?
points.
It's the score that just
Great.
keeps on giving.
Great
Okay.
spell recall is such a big deal.
So
it makes
you-
like all your third level spells.
You guys go up to the 3rd floor in the B tower.
As we're leaving this tower, at some point when we're going up, I will fall back a little bit and throw a card down behind us.
Okay.
Once we're like out of view of this door, who's clearly watching us.
Yep. What did you
All
roll?
right, so we need... I don't have audio on you. Did you
Oh,
say
that
something?
card will be 1d38, King of Hearts, Knight of Swords, male human fighter with 4 guards. So a proper guard guarding our retreat on this one.
Nice.
That is pretty cool. As we go up, can we see whether this door is closed or open?
Well, this door is definitely closed. So here's your knight, and then he's got some guards. Guard. I'm a guard.
Rear guards.
How many guards? 4?
4 guards, 1 human knight, male human fighter.
Okay, and they're on the staircase.
Yep, I'll
Alright.
drop them behind us as we go up. They
Like-
will
like right here.
guard. Yeah, they'll guard it up real nice. Up in the stairwell is counterclockwise.
I lost track now. Give me a second.
I think up is clockwise, based on the art.
Up is
Yeah.
clockwise. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
Got it.
behind you. And you guys are coming up here. And Makarnam gets a chance to see... So this door... we're going to call the Death Door, as it is adorned with skulls that are dripping necromantic magic. You don't even have to roll to see the horrible death spell that is upon this door.
I can't see it.
Oh, stop! Ah, don't mess with that door. Oh, that door is it's leaking.
I will cast silently cast Dispel Magic on it. I'll stow the Command Undead one if I haven't already.
Okay, you're gonna give me a spellcraft first, or are you gonna just blindly cast Dispel Magic?
Can I ask a quick
I'll probably
question?
Spellcraft first. That's a good idea.
Before we do this?
Yep.
I have a question about whether or not blindness deafness is dispellable, because it says that it is duration permanent and dismissible, but it's not instantaneous. I believe I can cast Dispel Magic on it.
It's also a curse effect, so curse ought to work on it.
I thought it
Then
was,
to, yeah.
yeah, I thought it was instantaneous, and it just went off. But it looks like it's dismissible and permanent, which means it has a duration, which means it can be dispelled.
Yep.
Can I try and cast that first?
Sure. So Macarnom's going, oh, hold on a second. Professor was about to cast Dispel Magic on the door, but instead is going to have a look at it first. Macarnom's trying to get you to stop.
Minus 11?
Yeah, give me caster level. The caster level for that would have had to have been 611. So I think it's just a d20 roll.
18.
Okay,
That's a good one.
you dispel the block.
And both you and I have Death Ward up.
Awesome. So you're saying I should touch the door?
I'm saying it might not hurt as much.
Spellcraft 25 on the door.
25. So
Since we're all standing there, could I have aided him?
20 plus double spell level.
I don't know if it'll be enough, Neil, even with an aid. It's not the spellcraft I've ever rolled.
The DC is 36.
It looks spooky and evil. I'm not sure what happened there. Must be getting fatigued.
Could easily be one of those symbols that we saw in the other place.
Did Thurgus move? Where did he go?
Let me take a look. I will round the corner here.
Yeah. Professor, what was the total with the aid from Thurgus? Is 27. So you failed by
11?
Or was it 36?
by 9. Okay, so you're like, it's a really spooky door, but it makes you nervous.
It's not sure what that.
I'll take a look at it.
Yep.
Thurgus is no longer blind. You dispelled it.
A few rounds, I guess, and then...
Yeah, he's doing this. Oh, I can't believe it took me so long to think about that. Going up those stairs was a bitch.
39.
Okay, Matt, I'm going to send you a link to a spell.
Excellent.
You can see the telltale signs of mercury and phosphorus plus diamond and opal woven into the spell.
Very nice.
It is leaking death magic, and you're pretty sure that with your really good roll, that the number of hit points that it can create is completely full. Or that it can affect is completely full.
Oh. Symbol of death. Like those symbols we saw? Full capacity. It could do quite a lot of damage in a burst. And it might then stay active. Would it stay active?
Once it's triggered, it
Yes, it
glows.
becomes active and glows, lasting for 10 minutes per caster level, or until it's killed 150 hit points worth of creatures.
Does that mean it just goes off because we were looking at it?
Whenever a creature does one or more of the following as you select, touches or passes through a portal bearing is one of the triggers. So that's probably, it's probably when you go through the door. Can be dispelled, but it is quite powerful. It would be difficult to dispel.
Oh, a bit of a tricky one, that one. Any ideas?
Yeah, you guys hide down the stairs and I'll open it.
Oh, is that the best we've got, huh? Fereosae, Zephyros, any counter arguments?
I don't like this idea.
Pursuit save. Does Death Ward protect against it, or does it just give a bonus to the save? My guess is
a symbol of death is a necromantic death effect. And Death Ward gives a +4 morale bonus against all death spells and magical death effects.
Yeah. Your Death Ward won't guarantee your survival either. This is a bad one. We can attempt to dispel it. I will attempt to dispel it because why not, right? That doesn't appear to be a triggering condition. Stay back a good ways in case it goes off.
One Carlos back down the stairs.
Straight D20 roll against the caster level, which is likely to be quite high. Let's see what we've got. Is it a caster level 13 spell?
No.
No.
13th caster level, so it ripples across the door. You're targeting the necromantic magic that is oozing from the skulls.
Yes. I'm afraid not.
Makronum's helping, or he climbed back onto Zephyros' shoulder after Thurgus dispelled the blindness upon him.
I'll tell you this, if we think of the tower, I'll say in a telepathic bond, if we think of the tower as disconnected spaces that are tied together by the stairwell, floors are likely floors that have a floor above them. We could potentially dimension from one floor to the next floor up within the same space.
We've seen a dimension hop work before when the professor used it.
Yeah.
We could also have your skeletons open the door, but that would leave this field of death there for hours.
Yes, well, worth a shot, right? Shall we dimension door through the floor? Who's with me, eh? Juan Carlos, your game?
Do we have any other way of enticing who is in there to come out?
Well, what if we just like, is it like a rune or something? Can't we just like mess it up?
All right. At this point in time, you can hear what sounds like that center part is solid, right? What it sounds like is that there are some like pipes, some very large pipes rattling in the same way that a pipe that isn't used for a long time when you turn on a tap starts to rattle.
The
I'm going to
starting
start
to go off.
moving down.
Yeah, we're all moving down at this point. You should join us.
Okay.
And, yeah.
As you guys are moving down, you guys move all the way down, and Fereosae is hustling. You move down to this area when you can hear a sprinkler of rain above you, somewhere higher up in this stairwell.
Oh, let's get into a room nice and quick.
Are you going back into the room with the undead?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Shall we try the other staircase?
Are you closing the door, or are you opening it? Are you going to wait to see what's coming down the...
Zephyrus will close the door, I think.
Okay.
Okay. As you're closing the door, you can see little holes along the ceiling starting to open up, and it's raining this weird green rain. In the
stairwell?
In the stairwell, when the green rain touches the stone, it kind of wisps a little bit. The stairwell is now raining acid.
Hope my guards are okay.
Your guards are fine because they're illusions.
Kind of gives it away, though.
But the card that was used to cast them
was real.
I wonder if you destroy the card that's on the ground, if the illusion disappears.
We have resist 30 acid right now for, I think, probably 30 minutes-ish still.
That might be enough.
Okay, are you closing the door, or are you keeping it open?
Zephyrus closed the door.
Okay.
I think what we should do is either dimension hop, or we should try this next stairwell. I think our hand has been forced.
Oh, I already said my vote was to smash through the death door, so I feel like I've been outvoted.
Oh.
Do you care to go out there and stand in the acid rain?
I mean, I would love to give it a shot, yes. I would in fact like to do that.
Let's not do that.
But I'm not the smart one in the party, and I'm wise enough to know it.
Fereosae, what's your call? Do we teleport? Do we dimension hop or dimension door up, or do we go up the staircase and see where we go?
Oh, didn't the guy say he's like waiting for us up there?
Yes. Oh, shall we try the dimension hop? They won't be expecting that.
Well, if he's waiting for us, maybe he's got all of his spells running too.
Yes, well, good point. Other tower, other direction. Back to the bottom.
Good job, Mokranum.
Let's try a different one for a moment.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think dimension hop is our last resort.
Oh, okay. I just thought we were here for the blankie.
It's bound to be around here somewhere. Quick, Thurgus, spell that blanket out in the next hallway.
All right, should we going to go up the stairs or down the stairs?
Which stairs?
Yes, well, come now. Let's not stand around. Thurgus, I thought you were here to kill alchemists. It seems to me you're here to complain about not chopping down doors. What's that? I hear people upstairs to murder. Oh, no, Thurgus is busy huffing and puffing. Perhaps he wants to go home.
So you...
Oh, fuck you, Professor. And he just starts running through the doors.
All right, so you open up this door. There's no rain. There's no rain in this stairwell.
He just starts running up the stairs. He's been provoked at this point.
Okay. So you're running up these stairs. Are you leaving the door open or are you closing it?
I think we're leaving it
Whoever
open.
threw it last.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we're closing. I'll throw a card down behind. I'll stick to the back of the pack and throw a card. Once we leave this room, I'll throw it into the stairwell.
Okay, so you're running up Tower C.
I will throw a male human druid.
All right. I know it's going to be a little bit weird, but I'm going to uncover that stairwell. As you run up the stairs, there is a landing. Now, the stairs on both of these areas, this fourth floor, you're guessing, do continue upwards. So there might be a fifth floor. Okay. Although at this point, you figure you're probably near the roof. This door is labeled Gallery Taxidermica.
I push it open.
Okay.
He just like shoulder checks it.
It opens. There are dozens and dozens of taxidermic creatures up here. Some of them, a whole gallery of inherited races or specimens of inherited races, including a fant, several varieties of Ricasta, catfolk, at least 2 or 3 Aka, which are bird folk, one of the gifts, which are hippos, the Nosrog are the rhino people, Nezumi, Nagaji. They seem to all be accompanied by some grand specimen of the animal kingdom that is very similar to the look and feel of the inherited race. Thurgus, you push the door open and you quickly scan, and you can see Dravis standing there, frozen amongst all of these horrible lifelike statues, next to a full-on unmoving dire bear. For those that have any morality left, normally putting things on display like this would be very... Well, you wonder how they... Professor, you wonder how they got permits for all these things? Maybe over time they did. And then you also wonder if any foul play was had in procuring these specimens. Given that the professor is a very loose morality, give me a spellcraft check, because you might be having other thoughts as you see this grand gallery taxidermica.
Can I move up to it?
Yep.
Nat 1, 24.
You know that this would be a very good place to collect components for spells like Alter Self that require a little bit of the thing that you want to turn into.
Yes, probably some components storage if you want to turn into said things.
The thing is lifelike, but unmoving. This is one of your one of the 4 Ursine that came to this place.
Have a little kindness here. This is creatures like Thurgus.
Ooh, how horrid. Shall we grab him up and give him a proper what have you later?
Thurgus, you can see there's something wrong with his eyes. They've been plucked out and there are these weird colorful marbles in his eyes instead. He's holding on to something, like he's in some sort of mock pose, like he was doing a thing. And he's got this scroll kind of clutched awkwardly in his hand, and he's writing with something that you recognize as one of his items. It is called the Blood Quill.
What do I know about the Blood Quill?
Blood poetry.
You know that the Blood Quill allowed him to write the identity of the person whose blood he wrote with.
I'm gonna try and take the scroll from him really gently.
Yeah, the scroll is just a blank scroll that looks like they made him pose like he was doing a thing.
I'm gonna try and gently see if I can close his eyes. I don't know if they've been glued or anything like that.
Oh no, he feels weird. It's all like stiff and not right, and you actually now see where they cut him open, and a little bit of straw sticking out of the wound. It's wire that is holding him kind of in this position. You can't tell what he smells like, but the blood quill seems to be the only thing left of him.
I'll take the blood quill and I'll ask Zephyros to leave a flaming sphere. And I'm just gonna turn away.
Zephyros walks up and dutifully acknowledges.
Okay.
He
I do
casts flaming sphere.
Right as Zephyros is about to cast Thurgus, give me a perception check.
What's my perception right now? Oh, I am no longer blinded. That would be important to know. 32. 35.
That's not a rag. You can see beside you the big ass bear just had sort of a claw out, and underneath the claw that was against the ground, squished up underneath the claw like it was used to like take up some drippings of liquid, or it may have fell, is a blood-stained blanket.
Yes!
I'll go pick it up. Like super gingerly.
Yeah, it
is
surprisingly intact. While it was a cloak, this baby blanket is blood-stained, marked by key members of the family in specific squares, like it was your way of blessing and identifying key family members and clan members of Clan Bloodclaw.
Nice.
Bloodclaw.
That's great.
It looks like you remember during your travels with your delegation that your clan had also left bloodstains in open squares. You can see
search around.
You can see the blood stain that is that was left by your mother, your father, your clan elder, and then each of your delegation. You don't remember the blanket being marked by Drivus, but it looks like he did so before he died.
Do I think that there's enough material that I could somehow put it in the quill? Or would that not tell me what I would?
You could use it. You could use the blood that is on it for a quill. You know that your mother draped this around you like a cloak.
I am going to take off my. Do I not have a cloak anymore? I might not. Shoulder slot. Oh, I have the Cloak of the Clouds. Yeah, I'm going to put the Cloak of the Clouds away.
Okay. And
put on just hang the baby blanket.
How are you large right now?
Extended enlarged person, 22-minute duration from when we entered the tower.
Okay. Thurgus, you put on your blood blanket, and it seems to get larger. For those that have been in the party for quite some time, you recognize the silver glow of Zalara's magic.
She's here.
And the bloodstained blanket, while it still retains its squares and the blood stains on it from Thurgus's delegation, it does grow to something that it fits Thurgus's size, nay, Thurgus's now large size. The first stage of this item is constant enlarge person, and it's a cloak and a cloak of protection +2. As the item gets better, the better the enlargement will become.
I am going to take out the deck of cards and say thank you, Zalara. We know how you value family, and we remember that we still owe you.
Okay. You also kind of know how the Blood Quill works. The Blood Quill is a spell focus for the Blood Biography spell. It provides +4 to the DC of the spell. And casters can also learn the spell from the etchings on the Blood Quill itself.
Nice.
So both Divine and Arcane casters could use that as a source. Basically, your people, your delegation, were trying to figure out who people were. And that was one of...
Like surreptitiously get somebody's blood so you can like remember their name at a party
or to seek out people that you crossed paths with or spilled blood with, or to see if people were truthful. Dravis was the one who knew about such things. But his, I guess, the flaming sphere is now rolling into Dravis. Oh yeah, apparently they use a lot of chemicals in the taxidermic process because the thing goes up like that.
Yeah. Smells great too.
Are the rest of you moving in, or are you staying out in the hallway?
I'm moving in. I'm going to look for anybody else who has keepsakes associated with their preserved body.
Nice. I think this is a good time to roll for a magic item.
Yeah, I'll probably try and throw down another card and maybe summon another undead if we're going to be here for a round or two.
No, I don't want Mythic Spell Compendium. I want, what is it called? I thought I downloaded this. Magic Item Compendium. Okay. That Paladin troop was CR 13.
Huh. Nice.
Give me a D3. 1 is 11th level table, 2 is 12th level table, 3 is the 13th level table.
1d3 coming up. 3.
Nice.
That's the right one.
Higher's better, right?
Higher's better than this one, I think. Yeah.
I love this Magic Item Compendium. There's such good stuff in here. It's very easy to convert to the 3-action system. All right, give me a percentile.
1 magic fishing pole. Every time you
1d100?
Always gets a boot.
35.
One masterworking taxidermist's kit. Whoever uses it and possesses it gets +10 bonus to all taxidermy checks.
There's probably some tools for taxidermy in here, so if you are looking for taxidermy tools, they
just ignore those.
Okay. For now, is that what you're saying? Well, that's actually a pretty standard magic item. Let me have a look at this.
For what it's worth, Thurgus doesn't hate the tools.
Scroll with components of turn taxidermy animal into real.
Okay, one of the Aka Fereosae has a very interesting, bejeweled rod at its belt.
I'll take the rod off and say, "We respect your sacrifice." And I'll detect magic on it. Let's see if we can get a basic ID.
Yeah. Spellcraft roll.
Ha! 25.
We are having some crazy rolls tonight, guys.
Good. Is that including Good Hope?
Yes.
Okay, you don't know what this rod does. Its magic is too powerful.
This is a powerful rod. Professor, what do you think it is?
What could this be? I'll walk up to it, fiddle in my pockets for my identifying monocle. I think.
Okay, at this point, your last haste spell has gone down by the time you guys have done the thing with the statue. You set the thing on fire. Are you letting the other taxidermy catch fire? Or are you just keeping Dravis from... Like, he's close enough to this dire bear that thing might catch fire, and then once that goes up, others might start to go up as well.
I feel like Zephyros wouldn't be opposed to just letting everything burn.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to rush to stop it. I'm doing an identify here.
The downside is blowing this entire place up. If it's just burning, like if the chemical's just burning off and we have life bubble, I'm totally cool with it.
Okay, so...
this place is probably guarded against fires, I would think.
Why do we care if this place burns down? That's what we want.
Enough of that, though. Identify, you say? Oh.
All right, so while you're identifying the bear taxidermy is also catching fire.
Is this spellcraft?
Yep, plus 10 with the identify.
42.
It is a metamagic rod of enlarge spell. Enlarge spells increase the range of the spell, and it's not a lesser. It's a standard one, which is up to 6 level spells.
That Fereosae would be a magic rod of a large spell you have there. Quite nice item. Fetch a pretty penny on the open market.
Might be useful for us as well.
It basically doubles the range.
Nice, nice. All right, excellent.
Are we saying it's possible to get an empowered, intensified, enlarged fireball?
Probably only one rod per spell, but if you prepare it as well with a couple of effects on it,
if you need to whip the fire, then battle over.
let's burn that continent. All right. So sorry, I clicked the wrong button. So we're not opposed to the dire bear catching fire. Am I moving this flaming sphere anywhere? Do we intentionally want to burn anything else?
I have no qualms one way or the other. I would like to just keep moving. Standing still, I think, means people will catch up.
Zephyros is going to burn everything since he has a flaming sphere going up here. He's not going to hold back.
Okay.
Shall we go back to the hallway? Continue our way, Thurgus?
About 3 or 4... I would say about 4 rounds later, you've got the majority of the statues on fire. Or the taxidermy pieces.
While that's going, I will go to like a corner away from where the fire is for a second. I'll throw another piece down and summon another one of the tough humans. Rather.
Another tough zombie. Okay.
Yeah, another tough human zombie. This is your brother Juan Carlos. You are Juan Garcia. Yes, well, Juan, follow me.
Thurgus will put a hand on Zephyros' shoulder and just kind of nod. And he's just going to walk out the door.
Okay. The stairs lead up and down.
He's headed up.
Once we get into the spell again, I will spell recall and cast haste on us. And then I'm guessing my greater invis will probably be going down pretty quick too, so I will re-up that with some spell recall.
And Zephyrus will drag the fireball along with him as he goes for as far as he can until, obviously, it's only round, so...
Yeah,
there's
kind of an explosion as you guys are leaving, as the fire that you have caused hit maybe some containers full of fluids used in the taxidermic process, and the whole place is a conflagration at this point.
We walk out of the explosion like badasses because we have resist 35.
Right.
And everybody looking at us looks like we're going in slow motion.
Right.
All right, so you guys go up, which means that you're leaving the tower, and you end up atop the tower. There's a hatch that you'd have to push open, but you can kind of tell that it leads to like the battlements themselves.
So like outside?
To the outside, yeah.
Are there any other structures up at this level, or is it just 3 hatches down?
You know that there's a little tiny tower top, like a conical tower at the top.
Seeing this, I will cast. Do I have detect secret doors?
So you guys haven't
yes.
you haven't quite breached it, but the staircase winds its way up to a hatch that you kind of just push open. Like there are 2 doors that you push open and you continue walking out.
All the way up or back down?
As a wise man once said, you gotta get up to get down.
And he goes through the hatch.
Yes, we probably haven't explored this whole tower either. Yes. What have we here? Yeah, gargoyles, duh.
All right, so you do notice that there are some suspicious-looking statues of 4-armed gargoyles guarding the tower. With your perception checks, perk. Only Zephyrus just thought they were part of the part of the which means that there is a surprise round that Thurgus doesn't get to react in.
My bonus should be plus 32.
Okay. So
I'm not sure where that macro comes from though. I don't know where to update it.
It's probably an old level.
This architecture is fascinating.
Yeah, you're like, whoa, hey, we're outside. And you don't quite notice the statues being very, very still, but not still enough.
So lifelike. Do they have wings?
They do. They aren't moving, although those that got above 20 plus distance, so we'll say about 28, did catch a few of their eyes opening to kind of like take a quick peek at you, and then they close their eyes.
They're alive up here. They might attack if we try to storm that little tower. Does that little tower, is that atop one of the staircases?
Yep. So if you want to look at the top of the tower, there is the tower top just off to the side. So you guys are coming out of this hatch and this door, I guess. And then there is a solid spot in the middle, and that's the little tower.
We can probably get to the tower from below. Unless those gargoyles hurt you, Thurgus.
Yep. Dog problems, maybe.
Awesome. I've got right here. Big old pile of cat.
Sorry, I'm trying to stay muted because there's a dog fight going on downstairs.
Okay, they're kind of hanging off the battlements and the crenellations and machicolations. I just moved you to the tower top.
Unless you have a vendetta against them, we might want to go into that little tower from below. Although we are here now, maybe they'd be kind enough to let us by.
Shall we take a look? I feel like we have to fight them eventually in any case.
I'll plant the greatsword point down and address them.
I wish you no harm, unless you're allied with those bastards downstairs. Are you here or slaves?
Give me a diplomacy check.
That's a whopping 17.
Not half bad, really, all things considered.
They're growling and they're coming down from their posts. They look hostile.
For what it's worth, I have not taken a hostile action yet. I'm still standing there, hands get down. Are you cool if I consider that peace bonded?
What do you mean?
Like it takes a move action to unsheath it. Like, you know how when you peace bond a weapon, you have to like tie it off? I'm planting my sword in the roof.
Yeah, so it takes a move action.
Yeah. My intent is not to be hostile, and normally you do that by like tying off the hilt or whatever.
These things are quite muscular. They're pretty hostile looking. They've got nasty claws, not only their 4 hands, but also on their feet.
I'll look back at Fereosae.
You want to give him a try?
Zephyrus, through the telepathic bond, says, I'm not sure if fire is going to work against them.
Sure.
Probably acid, but...
Behold, Thurgus Bloodclaw has come back to enact his revenge upon those who hurt them in this place. If you desire to face his wrath as well, bring yourself forward. Otherwise, you would be well served to stand aside. And we mean you no harm, and we'll do you no harm. The tower shall be yours and yours alone when we are done.
Okay, give me a second. You're trying.
I like that last bit.
You're trying to make them less hostile, is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Normally, it's the charisma modifier. I'm going to give you a penalty because has already attempted this and failed.
Sure.
It's DC 25, so with Thurgus's failure, it's DC 29.
My Diplo's plus 23.
Ooh, we could do this. Gargoyle Buddies. I love that show in the 90s.
36.
Okay, by you defeat 29, 34, it increases by 1 step.
You should leave. What do you mean, slay them?
What do I mean? There are those that tortured him here. He will have his revenge.
Step forward, little one, so we can see.
Show them your claw as well, Thurgus. It slices right through the stone. He will leave them in pieces.
They want Fereosae to step forward. They can't see who's talking.
Oh, I will... Yeah, okay. I'll step forward next to Thurgus here.
Who are you?
I'm Fereosae, the Herald of Autumn, the Curse Singer.
The witch.
The witch.
You are the Jerks.
We are the Jerks Emeritus.
Yeah.
Our friend Thurgus has a bone to pick with those that pick bones here.
They're the ones that slew the Haitian. They're the ones that stopped the plague. You want to make a deal with us?
Yes.
The tower does not belong to you.
No. We have no need of it. Only painful memories dwell here for those like us. We'll leave it this very day.
They said the Haitian was a god. They stand against the queen.
You can tell her all if you need to after we've gone.
We care nothing for the queen. This tower, however, has been our home. The alchemists. You're going to kill the alchemists, aren't you?
Quite a few of them, yes.
Show us the heads. Show us the heads of the master alchemists, and we will leave you alone.
Maybe find out how we get to them to get
They're
their
deeper
heads?
down in the tower?
Show us the heads of the master alchemists, and we'll tell you how to get to the hidden tower. That is where she is.
Ah, she. Oh, I have her name. Oh, what is her name?
Is it a shund? The master?
No, it's not Madame Vase. Oh, it is Madame Vase. Madame Vase.
The arch-alchemist will never cede this tower.
No, true. I suppose not.
But if you killed the Haitian, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Or trying.
Either way, a decent deal for you. Yes, we will go and bring the heads and show them. Will you tell us which spaces are below that and this? Does it change when you close doors and open them again?
Figure it out.
We're smart. We can do that.
One of them gets a little bit uppity. They're looking at that sword. They really like that sword.
Give us the sword.
Ah, the sword we use to cut heads.
They're now speaking in Terran with each other.
I don't think I know any Terran.
Do I know Terran? I may have. No.
But I do have comprehend languages running.
They're saying they're gonna play the most complicated version of paper, rock, scissors that only 4-armed creatures could play. to see who will get the adamantine sword when they die against the alchemists that live here.
They're wasting their time talking about who will get the sword from your corpse. That's cute.
You seem to have convinced them that they're going to turn a blind eye for you guys to go on your little spree.
Ah, sounds good. Let's
keep moving.
Yes.
Are they telling us that we have to go back the way we came, or are they going to let us go through one of the other?
It doesn't look like they're hostile. Like they're scratching. They're looking at each other. They're talking about your sword. They're really
Shall we
impressed.
go in that door? No, not that door, right? Any place else?
They seem to be a bit defensive about this
Yeah.
area.
Yeah. So we can go down the way we came. There are floors below we probably haven't seen in other spaces. Or we can go down that other tower.
Down the other tower, keep moving.
There's only 6 of them.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, let's honor
Moving forward.
the deal.
I'll take the sword out of the roof.
Yeah, they're peeking at Thurgus. They're interested in the adamantine sword.
It's good stuff.
I'm gonna look at him, like out of the corner of my eye, make it look like I'm gonna kind of like throw it and go, oops, and chuck a blood sickle over the edge of the rooftop.
They one of them backs away. The other two look at each other, and like one of them puffs his chest and beats his chest with a bunch of his fists.
It's a pretty neat sword.
It is.
Yes, Thurgus, maybe don't taunt the monsters. Come now, probably more to kill down below, eh?
Let's make our way.
Talking shit to some gargoyles actually cheered Thurgus up a little.
That's good. That's good. You needed it after seeing your dead buddy in there.
He's not as lively, but
Give me a sense motive, Fereosae.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my sense motive's not amazing, but that's okay. 15, 29.
I was in the front watching. Can I get a sense?
Yeah, sure. You might not go and visit them alone.
Yeah. They'd eat us up, wouldn't they, if they had the chance?
They saw who you were and knew of your reputation, wandering around with soaked weapons and spelling. They
They make it out. But they do a lot.
Thurgus, with your these decent warriors individually, the way that they're wearing their gear, like they're wearing amulets and rings. Something you guys are doing hasn't convinced them that they should attack you yet.
Maybe they're just waiting for us to get weak.
Perhaps.
Going into the third tower, I assume you're going down.
Yeah.
I'll hang towards the back again and throw a card once we're through the door in the kind of top of the tower.
Okay. What is that card?
1d38. This will be 28. It is Ace of Clubs. The 8 of Strength. Iron Golem up top here.
An Iron Golem?
Yeah.
Nice.
The other one, I threw down just some text. There's a Druid in the other tower, floor below us.
Yeah, that's nice.
If anyone ever comes this way.
Iron Golem?
Yeah, I'll put it inside the door so it doesn't disturb these classy gentlemen up here, but yeah.
Okay, you guys go down the stairs. It leads to a landing.
Which way is down? Counterclockwise now?
Give me a second.
Anything interesting on the door,
it is still clockwise. The doorway says in common, it says special projects.
The there's just a arcane lock and a lock. Oh, it says, Stead Shop
Indeed, it does. Do you want to pick the lock there?
Oh, okay, I can do that. Yeah. Let's do this over. Okay. No, not that tool. This tool over here. Plus 21. Almost! I almost got it!
He missed by 1.
I'm not gonna waste a spell on this.
Okay, I didn't break the pick though. Let's try that again. There we go. Got it.
Ooh, good rolls.
Thurgus, you kicking the door open?
Yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna open it.
Okay.
He's like a lot more chill right now for whatever reason. He's got this sort of demeanor.
Okay, there is a beautiful alchemy lab with a bunch of graybeards and alchemists that seem to be in the process of doing things. They don't look like they're in any state of alert at all.
These guys are really flammable. Oh, this is a really flammable
You
room.
can see all sorts of alchemy labs and alchemical caches and potion caches and bookshelves. There's 2 alchemical golems, but they look like they're inert, like they're just sort of off to the side and sort of off.
Oh no.
One of the alchemists... Hey! Who are you?
I ask the questions. Name, rank, assignment.
Did we just getting a large thing that I can use to make fireballs massive?
Just farther away.
Makes them, yes, just further away.
I don't think you're allowed up here. Who let you up here? Says this alchemist. He's walking towards you. He doesn't have any weapons out. He's just walking towards you.
You misunderstand. And I'll point it at his chest. The guy downstairs didn't get me to ask him twice.
You're sent by Jason herself. Answer.
Masters? We seem to have visitors. Okay. You there! I must warn you. I have been delving in alchemical fire since ever before you were born.
Yes.
And you notice that this guy drinks a potion.
Oh, he relies on alchemy to not be blind. I remember we learned about him before.
Ooh.
These are the old ones that just that research. They're not the torturers exactly.
You can see all sorts of Bunsen burners and beakers bubbling, alembics, and all sorts of vials, distillation going on one. They're making potions, they're experimenting, they're doing something. There doesn't seem to be anything overtly nefarious about what they're doing. This senior alchemist has got his hands up as Thurgus. You're pointing your blade at him, or are you...
So I've got 10-foot reach.
Oh, okay.
I've got an adamantine greatsword pointed at his chest, and I asked him his name, his rank, and his assignment, and I don't want to ask again.
Okay. So he seems to be deferring or deferring to his masters. This one alchemist disappeared with a potion, and this guy just seems to be hobbling forward.
The one approaching you can only see because he uses alchemy. We've learned this. The other one is trying to focus on creating gold efficiently.
Oh, how insightful. Thank you, Zephyros.
The old man takes out a little potion bottle with a little spigot on it, and he kind of peels back his eyelids and puts 2 little droppers in his eyes. You can see that his cataracts sort of clear. Oh, who might you be?
Thurgus of Clan Bloodclaw returned to seek his revenge.
I am Master Alchemist Ike. Some call me Ike the Old when I walk the streets of Grand Station. What can I do for you, Thurgus?
You can point me in the direction of him.
You are in the wrong tower.
Oh, this fellow seems helpful.
The Vivisectionist Lab. You want to go into Tower C? And he points at this door.
Maybe thank the nice man. We'll be on our way.
I think that's a valid suggestion by the professor.
Are you sure we can let... he has a very big sword. It appears to be, and he kind of he clicks it, magic and adamantine. You just sort of pinged your sword.
The thing is,
It's a man that respects a good sword.
he said his name was Ike, and he said he's been an alchemist researching fire for longer than I've been alive. He's given me his name and his title and his assignment.
Yeah. He's been very clear about it. Yeah.
He's been very clear. And so he just goes,
Yep.
All right, I'm going that way. And I
The
point at
alchemist
the door.
beside him goes, I'm with him.
and I'm gonna literally just walk past them.
Okay.
Zephyros doesn't walk, he glides effortlessly.
Oh,
I will
a
fly through with my crew of...
a Tusker. I
Yes,
Hello.
Are you with the Arcanacrum?
I am.
You do realize that our organizations are allied?
You haven't heard about the secret war that's afoot? Good versus evil in all levels of all forms of our society. Yes, you'll probably have to choose a side eventually, but you're probably good for another afternoon or so. Do be careful, gentlemen.
Zephyros is just going to let that go based on what the professor just said. He's not going to try and stir the pot.
Okay, the invisible guy isn't talking to you guys, but he seems to be hurrying between benches and making things disappear into his robe, like he's grabbing stuff, like fearful that you're here to rob.
I'll wink at him.
Which it's crossed our mind.
This senior alchemist has backed away to the golems, and it looks like he's like getting ready to wake them up.
I do believe we will need that one gentleman's head at some point. Alchemist Ashung over there does have the look of a master, I'd say.
Let's start with the ones that we may not even need to get to Lady Hendason.
Are you familiar with how?
Revenge may be sufficient.
Are you familiar with how the tower works?
We have some educated guesses.
Go out the door, close the door, and open it again, and you'll be in Tower C.
Excellent.
Or you could go down to the Vivisectionist Lab. Requiem divides his time between the gallery and his lab. Live specimens are on the ground floor. Floor 1.
Yes. All right.
Be careful. The Arch-Alchemist does not enjoy intruders.
Yeah, who does?
I'm just gonna squint at him. You're awfully helpful for someone who's announced that he's going to murder all of your colleagues.
They're kind of assholes, though, aren't they?
My
We're
research.
disturbing all of his research.
My researches have only attracted thieves.
We aren't here to rob you.
We are occasionally liberators of things, but we'll let it go for you.
He just waits.
Did they take anything from you?
I'll go through the
I'm
door.
just gonna leave. Like, I'm not here to murder an old man.
Yes, your pursuit of knowledge.
Only the honor of the Tower of Alchemy.
Well, let's see if we can restore that.
It's a dangerous game you play, Wizard of the Arcanacrum.
I do not play games.
Clearly.
You think we'll go into the tower?
Thank you for telling us how the towers work. We appreciate that. We will not forget.
Do maybe stay in here for a while too, lads. A bit hairy out there on some of the levels. I think I saw a golem at one point.
Okay, there's a lot of smoke in this tower.
Don't
They
mind
got
the
that
smoke.
life level.
Don't mind the smoke. You weren't the first bunch we visited.
We'll close and reopen, I think, and...
Okay, so you close the door, and you do see Fereosae that the shimmer kind of like happens around the door frame, and when you reopen it, there's this blazing room full of burning taxidermic statues.
Oh! Close again?
Guess we're going downstairs.
Yes, I think so.
I want to know about those live specimens. If there's
Yes.
people here we can rescue, I'd like
Yes.
to give them an out before we burn the rest of the place to the fucking ground.
Sounds good.
So you're gonna go down?
Yeah, the first floor.
Okay, so you go
I
down.
will. Oh wait, this one is the floor. Does like the illusion appear when we close the door?
Which illusion?
Oh wait, no, it is on the floor below the taxidermy.
Which illusion?
The male human druid illusion is in this tower outside the restricted gallery. It's in a different version of the tower I think we're in. I'm just not sure, like, as we click
Male
through...
human druid illusion. So you go down, and give me a second. You left this in the tower?
Yeah, it's like right outside the door of where all those notes
Okay,
were.
so yeah, you see the male human druid illusion.
Yes, we are on the floor where the Patreon Knights are in whatever tower we choose to be at the moment.
All right. So that one we've cleared out. Well, actually, let's open it. Maybe it's different.
Yes, well, shall we?
Okay, you open the door. It is a butcher's laboratory where people are dissected. We'll call it the vivisectionist lab.
There we go.
You see that there are some caches of alchemical components and gear. Some look like finished goods, while others look like bulk goods or just component goods. There are some slabs throughout the room. Thurgus, you were tortured in this room.
Hey, here we go.
And you can
The
see
source of all your trauma.
two fully functional alchemist labs with components that are in this room. Requiem, this probably is his lab.
I do have C and Viz up for what it's worth.
Yep.
He's not here. He's not upstairs. Maybe he's downstairs.
I'm gonna
Maybe he's
slowly
somewhere else.
slowly walk into the room. Are there any lives or any specimens in here?
If I roll a 1, there are live people. Nope. Looks like all operations. There is one Vark that looks like it's been recently worked on.
Thurgus is going to close his eyes and hang his head. And he's not going to say it out loud, but he's going to think it in a telepathic bond.
You've got 1 minute to loot this place before I smash it to pieces. And he's just going to wait in the doorway. If anybody wants to search the room for stuff or supplies, he understands the value of that. But he's also going to fuck this place up.
Yeah, I'll give it a good once over with the boys. One, follow me.
Zephyros does the same.
And the entire time
I'm guessing Mocrinum can fly, so he's going to do the same.
Magical potions we'll just put into bags of
all right. So yeah,
sacks.
Let's
just
do
collect
this.
Up.
Mark down on the treasure sheet. You have 1 potion cache, so you've got a bunch of finished goods. Are you taking alchemy components?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think we'd leave it.
Okay, you have 1 alchemical cache.
Is somebody writing this?
Yes.
Thank you.
You can take a massive pot of alchemy fire. There are 30 flasks in the pot.
Just leave it there for burning.
I mean, I think we may use it while we're in the place to burn stuff.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, taking this stuff and
come out of it.
taking this stuff and safely packing it away takes about a minute. There's still 2 alchemy labs that would take maybe half an hour to carefully pack away.
Thurgus gave us 1 minute.
I'm not.
No. You do find some masterwork. What do you call it? Dissection tools.
Thurgus also doesn't have a watch.
Yeah.
If you say like I'm almost done, like he's not gonna fucking kill you. But...
He's 1 bloody blood bear, 2 bloody blood bear, 3 bloody blood.
Everything's pears and bloods with this guy.
I think we'll do that, and then we will gingerly step out of the way and probably back into the hallway we were in.
Back into here? Okay.
Yeah, I think we know we need to be back in here to get to the vivisectionist.
All right.
And I think
and
we'll
then
give
Thurgus starts breaking alchemy
Then I
labs.
just fucking smash it.
Oh, okay. You end up creating 2 fiery messes. Give me 2.
I'm actually gonna cast bull strength on myself.
Okay, give me 2 reflex saves to see if you avoid splashing.
Yeah, sure. I think I'm. Oh, actually, I have a +2 resistance bonus now. So I'm 8. 30.
And you guys still have resist fire and resist acid up?
Resist
We do.
fire, resist acid.
Okay.
We do.
If I roll a 3 or 4, it's other than that. Nope. On the first alchemy lab, you smack it, you get cold. And on the other one, oh, there is some. You get electrocuted a little bit. And you made your save, so you take 4 shock damage as you're just destroying things. Thurgus goes around the room spilling tools and trying to break like stone operating benches and tossing things across the room. How long does this rampage last?
Until there's nothing left that looks like it doesn't have a broken condition.
Okay. I'm just gonna call it wrecked lab.
Yeah. You tell me the number of minutes. I'll deduct it from buffs. Or they can go on without me, but like he's gonna fuck this place up.
No, it takes about 9 rounds on top of the 10 rounds of looting. So we'll say 2 minutes have passed.
I'll kind of hang by the door still inside the room and wait for him to finish.
Okay.
That was cathartic.
Feel better?
You know, I really feel like I've gone through a sort of healing journey while we've been here. I appreciate you guys doing this with me.
Oh, this is weird. You close the door, you open it up, and you're not there again. You know who would like this? Pluto.
Then I think we're gonna head down to the first floor, yeah?
Matt, I think you've got the space barkers.
That's a good point. Thurgus, I say this with all the love in the world. You are a giant jerk. You're one of us.
It means a lot to me.
Enormous.
I'm very large.
Okay, where did the jerks head next? I think we have time.
As Thurgus leaves the room, I'll wait for him to leave. I'll be kind of invisible, hanging by the door. I'm gonna silently and visibly drop a permanent illusion in the center of this room. I'll fill the space as much, and it will be just a giant, covered in blood bear that will just continuously rip the room apart and will attack anyone who tries to come in here. The DC on it for anybody who stumbles across this thing will be 30.
My goodness. Okay.
And maybe as Thurgus leaves, I don't know. It'll probably let off some kind of roar at some point. I don't know if he'll look back though, But maybe he hears it. Maybe he hears the blood bear cry.
All right. Is the party heading up or down, or?
I think down to the first level.
I think, yeah, down, because up we've been to, and up beyond that, I think, is the roof.
Okay, you head down. The stairs do continue downwards. And this label is in a metal plate that looks machined. The engraving looks like very odd and high quality.
Okay.
And it says live specimen. Live Specimen Lab.
I'll ask Macronom if it's trapped.
No, it's just got locks on it.
I'm going to say a prayer to the blood bear. If there's any good left in this world, we'll find some people that we can rescue. And I'm going to cast prayer on the party before I open the door.
With a hack or two from your adamantine blade, you get through arcane locked padlocks effectively. And the door cracks open. Scuttling away from the noise are the... They seem to be more afraid of you than you of them. This indeed is a live specimen lab. You can see all sorts of a menagerie of creatures, most of which look like they are natural creatures of many different orders and genuses. You can see a wall of strange and exotic plants. You can see cages with birds. Some tanks with insects. There are some snails and mollusks. What else? What am I missing? Reptiles and snakes. We've got some
guinea pigs,
amphibians, like frogs. We do have some rodents and small mammals.
Pigs.
Mm.
They are very similar to human circulatory systems.
We have some miniaturized beasts, we'll say.
Tiny beasts?
Yeah, it's like there's a mouse-sized elephant. And
is there any tiny dire bears?
you do see a bear. Yeah.
A miniaturized bear?
There are some miniaturized animals that are running around in their little cages. You do see that there are some cages in the center of the room that look like they would be for more dangerous animals or for humanoids. Thurgus, you also spent time in this chamber when they first captured you and were trying to figure out what you were. You remember the
humanoids in this space?
You remember these little robotic things? They kind of did what the alchemist asked them. It looks like some of them are just going through tasks like feeding some of the beasts and giving them water, and they scuttled away from the noise of you breaking into the room, but then seemed to have tasks.
Do the stairs go down further?
The stairs go down further.
I mean, I want to set everything in here free, but also don't know if there's a way for them to get out. Might be a death sentence.
Maybe save it for last.
Yeah, I'll head back out and go downstairs.
Okay.
The last haste illusion round was a while ago. I want to say up top on the tower. I think it's probably time for another one. As we head down to the next level, I will spell recall them both and cast them.
Prayer was 11 rounds, by the way, so I don't know how long it took us to open the door and look in.
Well, you kind of got a gist of the room in maybe about 3 or 4 rounds.
Okay.
So everybody is hasted again.
I like how you're just hasting before combat. So where are you?
We kick doors in now. There's no time.
Where are you headed?
Downstairs.
Yeah.
Next door.
Okay. So you head down the stairs and you end up. So I grabbed one of the clockwork servants.
Jeez, following you around on this map's crazy. I mean, we appreciate your effort, Marty.
It's a well-designed map.
It's a crazy little tower. You open up the door and you're in the mayhem that you caused. Actually, the door is jammed.
Oh, we jammed it.
I had Macronum block it.
The stairs keep going down?
These ones do not.
Okay.
So we've done everything that's on this tower, is that correct?
As far as we know, we could go all the way up, but I think that would lead to the roof. We've been in that space before.
Oh, we should go back up.
What we haven't done is gone all the way up the A tower. This is the C tower. We also haven't gone all the way down the B tower.
You've been all the way up the A tower. You just haven't been down it. You've been almost all the way up the B tower, and you look like you've cleared out the C.
Let's just finish the rest of it. This is starting to give me a headache. Just tell me where to go.
Fair enough.
Okay, so where are you headed?
Maybe cut this door open. Let's cross
Cut
over
this
to
door.
the A and be on our way.
So Thurgus
Yes, that sounds fine.
Thurgus smashes this door open, and you see outside. Oh, actually, there's a wall of ice. I'm not sure how long that
Oh
lasts.
shit! How many places can we not get to because I fucked up a door?
No,
I think it's
not too many.
Oh, it's
that's
only
an
when we've
interesting
gone.
point.
It's only when we've gone in. So it's possible that people can't go out of certain floors on certain towers, right?
Right.
Maybe. That's an interesting point.
We might have trapped some people in some places.
Which may be a good thing.
How long does that wall of ice last?
Oh, no, not
Minutes?
I will check. Give me a moment.
Oh,
Didn't
they
we
can just
specifically?
go up to the top and down.
Minutes.
Okay, so it's still there. The skeletal horse.
It should obey me still.
Okay, so
I got control.
it came closer, and then Professor shooed it away. There's still the whooshing sound of the cloud giant illusion that's swinging its club.
Once I cross to the horse, I'll say, "Follow me, may as well."
All right, so you've got this dumb menagerie of low-level undead falling around. Is the vomit professor still there?
Nah, he's gone.
Okay, all right, he disappeared. Okay, there's just a bit of gross ick right along those stairs. Okay, and then you guys are headed up.
Yeah, in the A tower, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you find a hastily abandoned alchemical shop. This is a place where high-paying clients can come to talk to alchemists. It does look like a lot of the benches have been packed away. The cabinets where the potions and alchemical components have been locked. You could see some scrolls and books and things, like people kind of like left in a hurry. You get the sense that the tower is starting to realize that they've got intruders in it and may have fled.
This would be a great one for a fire.
Let's keep going. We're starting to run out of time to find our prey.
I agree with that. Let's do it.
Okay.
Up one more then.
This one is labeled Public Labs. And you can hear a general murmur behind it, like lots of voices.
I think I will whisper through the telepathic bond. I think we found where everyone's hiding.
I wonder if they're going to use innocents as shields.
I think there are few innocents in this place. They don't know us very well if they think that will work.
Okay, there's a murmur of conversation behind this door, and it's labeled Public Labs, or The Public Labs.
If it's public, I'm going to assume that it's unlocked, and I'm just going to try the door.
Okay, yeah, you do force the door open, and they might have had something pushed up against it. And then they just walked right in, and they pointed this big adamant, and so...
Name, rank, assignment.
There are a bunch of alchemists that are now fleeing. You! No, you!
Me.
I talked to you upstairs. I'm the apprentice of Master Ike. You can see people fleeing to one far end of the Alchemy Lab. Some of them
Where is the one we seek?
Some of them are hiding. They are clutching on to like bombs or alchemical material. Like there might be a fight here if you do push it. This guy's striding forward. These are just the public labs.
Assignment.
Master Ike, some of these people are not even with the tower. They pay the tower to use the labs. You do see a couple of the senior alchemists that are wearing alchemist robes. They do hesitantly march up a little bit.
I will squint, and I will start using Discern Lies.
There's got to be half a dozen different alchemical projects going on in this room. It looks like some sort of also a storage for alchemical components and completed devices. A fireball ripping off in here would be treacherous.
I'll start floor, guys. Discern Lies, and I'll point at each one, and each one I'll spend a different round on, and say, "Have you experimented on inherited races, living, and or torture?"
Okay, the guy that you were talking to says no. Like the original one. This is the one that he's not lying. Okay. You do see that this one kind of steps forward. Of course not. You do see this guy leaving.
Do I still have haste?
You cast it.
I think so we moved pretty quick.
Probably a round or two.
1 round, 1 swing.
Okay, so he's opening up the door. Ah! At this point in time, where you murder a senior alchemist, all of the lesser alchemists in this place, while they are wearing robes, you maybe think the robes are kind of like, here, put on this lab coat because it keeps the alchemy off of you. They don't throw anything at you, and a lot of them are young. These 2 senior alchemists are now like ducking behind Alchemy Labs.
I'll point to the new ones. You know what this one did? He experimented on living people. My people. I suggest, and I point my sword around, you pick a different fucking major. And I'm going to leave it.
Bravo! The most restraint I've seen out of you and since we've met, Thurgus. My goodness, you're growing, aren't you?
They're just fucking cubs.
Where is his master?
If you're looking for death, take that tower. And they point to the northern one.
All right.
We already know death. Yes, that's old news.
I think I hear the taps are on. You may not want to go in there.
Says one of the.
I open the door and walk out into the acid.
Okay, yeah. There's just. It's more like acid mixed with water. It's doing 1d6 acid damage around. Your resist energy is just.
Yeah, we're good.
Is just kind of glowing green a little bit as these acid drops are hitting you.
I mean, kids, pick a different fucking major,
and I head up.
Oh yeah, majors.
I'll go into the room and I will say, you, Juan Garcia, yes, you hold this for the moment. Yes, and I'll just give him a box of the most liquid alchemy supplies I can see ever, and I'll find there's gotta be alchemist fire somewhere in this room, right?
Yeah, the alchemical cache have acid or fire or other things.
And you, yes, Juan Carlos, yes, you hold this one. I'll give him some alchemist fires as well. Yes, and if any of these lads should think to run away or set an alarm or turn on us or do anything that seems suspicious, feel free to just smash those against some things. Yes, we'll be going now.
Okay, so these alchemists are kind of avoiding you as they're all collecting at the other side of the room. It looks like they want to go down the stairs in this direction.
Thurgus, what we need is about 8 guilty people to stand outside that door while you open it and we stand 60 feet away.
I'm not sure I'll follow.
Well, somebody's got to soak up all that death. And I don't want it to be me.
You're saying we take the kids upstairs to open the door?
Well, if they're guilty... I'm saying if you find someone, maybe leave them alive long enough to let the door do its work.
Can't we just mess up the symbol? Like scratch it up or cover it or something.
Oh, I could try.
It might be worth a try. Let's give it a shot. I'm still going to stay a little ways downstairs. My delicate constitution, after all.
Yes, same. I will wait here. Yes, Juan Carlos, you post up in front of this door. Juan Garcia, you...
Any of the alchemists that lingered are now running down these stairs.
If anyone should try and come in these rooms and stop you or question you, feel free to smash those crates of alchemist fires on top of them.
You've got zombie bombers. Zombie suicide bombers. Got it. Okay. They lift the crates off the ground.
I think both doors are closed at this point then, right?
Yep.
Yes, well, shall we attempt this? I'll wait down here. Give me the all clear when it's ready.
All right. The Death's Door and all of the bosses that have, and their minions that have collected onto that floor, waiting for you to attack, which was perhaps why the Reanimator was delaying.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good and long fight. So I think we should, as is tradition, name tonight's game and push pause here. It is past our bedtime.
Yeah, we got the blanket. That was big.
That was big.
You have to count to 6 bloody blood bears. 60 bloody blood bears.
What are we calling this?
Loot, Scoot, and Boogie.
The loot, Scoot, Boogie.
I'm not even going to attempt to beat that.
No. No. Okay, so I'm just gonna save the tower at this point.
Yeah, it'd be hard to reconstruct this madness.
Yeah. Oh, super fun. That fight, you basically they were all doing their thing, right? But you got through a couple of rooms where
things could have gone very differently.
Yeah, it was the 1 in 30 chance of them not discovering what you did. Or that they discovered what you did. That was very unlucky.
Yeah.
People coming down the stairs saw or heard your madness and no, we're gonna.
I mean, that's the random part that we can't control.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a busy tower after all, so.
Well, it's
busy now.
4 towers encompassing the same real estate.
Right. But I mean, there's public access and people can go up and down. There's a lot of activity in here, so we're bound to be discovered.
So we've been on every floor in each tower except the top one.
We might have missed something.
You haven't been in this little tower.
Yeah.
And which is the top of the death door.
Yeah.
And then you haven't been on Tower B, the top floor.
Through the death door.
Through the death door.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
That was pretty good. We've only started very limited fires.
There have been hints to the hidden tower.
Yeah, then the hidden tower where.
Right.
The what was her name?
Madame Vase.
Madame Vase.
Madame Vase, yeah.
Do you remember her from Titan's Gift 1?
Yeah, what was she in Titan's Gift 1? That's right.
She had a laboratory when she was sending things out to collect samples of blood from all sorts of inherited races.
Oh, yeah.
In Heshmala.
Yeah.
That's right.
She had boggarts and army ants in her lair, I think. That's all I remember from her lair.
I remember army ants. That sounds familiar.
Anyways, we played I don't know, like a 40 game Titan's Gift campaign not streamed, and then when we got together again and we said, do you want to continue this streaming, we realized we were so far into these 10th level characters' story that continuing it on stream would have been a little bit weird, so we made new characters in a different part of the Ether Pearls, but those characters are still out there and we may see them again.
Right.
In fact, we saw some of the NPCs. Yep, we saw.
Yeah, we did. Ezri
is from that campaign.
And we now heard of one of the like bad guy mysterious characters. Oh shit! We've got some XP tonight, though.
Yeah, that's good. So I'll figure that up offline. We'll call Loot Scoot Boogie as complete, and then we'll try to play again next Tuesday. Cool. And then I'll have everything hopefully set up for streaming next Tuesday, so maybe we'll get some fortune and hero points from the
that'd be great.
From the stream.
Yeah.
All right. Good place to leave it. For those watching on YouTube, thanks for your support, and as always, we hope you enjoy this as much as we do. Peace. Have a good night.
Have a good night.